The biggest difference between Judaism and Christianity is not who is Jesus. Obviously, it's a difference, but that's not the biggest difference. The biggest difference, I think, is with regard to attaining salvation, if that means the afterlife, heaven, whatever term you wish to use. For Christians, although Catholics and Protestants don't fully agree on this matter, because Catholics do not believe faith alone can save you, whereas Protestantism does. Luther said that. Catholics believe that the sacraments are also necessary. So there's faith and works in Catholicism, and there's faith alone since Luther, who founded Protestantism. For Judaism, it is works. Which I'll use the term that really blows my Christian friends' minds. You earn salvation. Period, end of issue. How you act determines whether you go to heaven or, yes, Jews do believe, Jews don't, Judaism does. Jews and Judaism differ a lot. One of the 13 principles of the Jewish faith, as compiled by Maimonides, the greatest Jewish thinker who ever lived, according to nearly all Jews. One of the 13 principles is that God rewards the good and punishes the bad. And the exact same fate is for good Jews and good non-Jews, and bad Jews and bad non-Jews. Judaism holds that God judges people by their behavior, not by their theology, their beliefs, their faith. So when I had this discussion with 4 Christians just this past week, long dinner, one of them was a pastor, and when I mentioned that we have to strive to be good and that God rewards the good and punishes the bad, so he said, well, what is the definition of good? So I asked the pastor, what do you mean by what is good? You know what good is. Everybody knows what good is. If somebody said someone's a good lawyer or a good pitcher or a good violinist, would you ask, what does good mean? No, you would know exactly what it means. Same with a human being. Now, is it good enough? I think that's what he meant, to attain salvation, to use a Christian term, or go to heaven, get rewarded in the afterlife. That's for God to determine. I don't claim that I know what is good enough. That's God's determination. That's true. So then for the Christian, the question would arise, well, then you don't have any assurance that you'll go to heaven, to which I would say, that's true. I don't have an assurance. I think if God judges justly, I think I have lived a life that has merited reward, but ultimately that is for God to judge. That's true. So there's a Jewish-Christian difference. I always speak of Judeo-Christian values because our values are so similar, but our theologies are different, which doesn't bother me in the least, by the way. That's fine. I have a lot to learn from Christians, and I hope they have a lot to learn from me.